Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Foreign Office. I thank Neil Boone and the UN country team for partnering with the Foreign Ministry to celebrate the UN Day. This partnership signifies our long-standing engagement with the United Nations to advance the mutually reinforcing goals of peace, security, and development. This day is about stock-taking and mapping the future. The men and women serving the United Nations deserve our deep appreciation for their contribution to a better, more secure, more prosperous, and a more peaceful world. Undoubtedly, the United Nations has several achievements to its credit, ranging from poverty alleviation, healthcare, humanitarian assistance, peacekeeping, to environmental protection. Nonetheless, challenges persist, not least in the forms of new and old conflicts, pervasive poverty and inequality, rising temperatures, organized crime. The advent of new technologies has added another layer of complexity to these challenges. On a broader level, the very notion of multilateralism is being tested. This day is therefore an important occasion to reaffirm our commitment to the principles and values of the UN Charter, to empower the United Nations to fulfill its mandated role, and to underscore our faith in the resilience of multilateralism. Ladies and gentlemen, for Pakistan, pursuing cooperative multilateralism constitutes a key pillar of our foreign policy. We have and will continue to actively cooperate, contribute, and support the United Nations in the effectively delivering the intergovernmental mandates. Our government is determined to pursue a people-centric social and economic agenda. We see the United Nations system as a valuable partner in creating more livelihood and job opportunities, broadening access to contemporary knowledge and skills, and countering corruption and organized crime. Pakistan's contributions to the advancement of international peace and security are well known. We have conducted the largest and most successful counterterrorism operation. Since 1960, over 150,000 of our troops and police personnel have served with professionalism and distinction in 41 missions across the world. We are proud of our contributions in the success stories of UN peacekeeping in Sierra Leone, Burundi, Timor, and Liberia. We pay tribute to the 156 Pakistani peacekeepers who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the cause of world peace. Our diplomats have played a seminal role in shaping global norms, negotiating international treaties, and steering deliberations in a range of areas. They have presided over the General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Councils, and actively participated in the proceedings of the Human Rights Council and other UN platforms. On this day, we recognize and deeply value their service to the country and the United Nations. Ladies and gentlemen, as the United Nations pursues the conflict-preventing agenda, it is essential to recall the Jammu and Kashmir issue. The Security Council remains seized of this internationally recognized dispute for 7 decades. I call upon the Security Council to act upon its own resolutions. It is the duty of the Council to ensure realization of the inalienable right of Kashmiri self-determination. The Council owes it to the Kashmiri people and the world at large to play its mandated role. The United Nations has authored a detailed report in June this year documenting the gross and systematic human rights violations in the Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan has welcomed the report. We reiterate our call on the Council and the international community for the establishment of a commission of inquiry to investigate the violations and abuses that continue in the Indian-occupied Kashmir. Ladies and gentlemen, the goals of peace and security and development will remain elusive unless we demonstrate our collective political will to prevent conflicts from emerging, resolve disputes that continue to fester, and work earnestly towards a global order premised on justice, equity, and respect for international law. We in Pakistan remain committed to pacific settlement of disputes as enshrined in the UN Charter. We will pursue a policy of partnership for peace, security, and prosperity in our immediate neighborhood and beyond. We will work with the United Nations, our friends and partners, in taking forward this vision and policy. I thank you. Neil, you touched on a number of issues dealing with human rights, dealing with poverty alleviation, and how the United Nations and Pakistan can partner for the betterment of our region and of our country. I acknowledge the positive role played by UN agencies. I recall very clearly in July 2010, when we were hit by a devastating flood, how the United Nations and the UN agencies in Pakistan played a significant role in helping the people out of that very difficult situation. I also am aware of the fact that UNDP, perhaps in the 90s, did play an important role in institutional reform. And we do need reforms, need to rebuild our institutions. Poverty alleviation is an important area, and this government gives priority to poverty alleviation. And there are many examples in the world, good practices that can be sort of introduced in Pakistan to help people out of poverty. We have an excellent working relationship, Pakistan, the UN agencies, and we admire and we cherish the contributions that you have made as an organization. We would like to partner with you. We have been partners in peacekeeping and in other areas, and we will continue to support you and your agencies in Pakistan. So thank you.